Hi guys, it's Monica. This is a quick tutorial on some of our moves for toning class. As much as I try to explain things in class, there's not enough time to go through everything, right? So that's what these videos are for. I'm just going through a few of the moves that I see coming up in our routines. I have 3 today. Why don't you practice each one like 3 times before your next toning class? It will help you engage the muscle better. You'll have the muscle memory to get into position when you recognize it in class. And I think it'll give you a greater success. We're here to build muscle. Okay, here you go. Okay, the first moves we're going to go through is the levers. So these are short levers, right? But what we're going to concentrate on right now are the long levers. Because sometimes it looks like on video, especially, we're not here together, it might look like I'm just flinging my arms around, and I'm not. The levers are designed to work the shoulders and the sides, like the long back muscles, right? So first of all, I don't want you to lock your joints, okay? When we're doing these levers, keep your elbows slightly bent, and then lift again, but not too high, right? So try to eyeball the end of your weight or stick to the shoulder joint, okay? Another thing is the engagement. Now, instead of just raising for the shoulder, I want you to tense it as if you're holding, what do I often say? U-Haul box. I don't know why I say that. But an empty box, right? As if you're holding an empty box and you don't want it to drop. So then you feel the engagement of the side of the body as well as the shoulders. So how do we usually do this move? I'm backing up a little because sometimes we do this, right? Front back leg, bam. Do you see the difference? Instead of throwing, and if you're lifting a box and holding, you can feel the total engagement, right? Practice that a little bit so that when you get into class, you got that move. Okay. Another move we do quite often in toning is this sleepy leg bicep move. Sleepy leg is a cumbia move, right? That's where the back leg is coming along, but like it's asleep, right? We do this move a little more carefully in toning class because our arm is often here, getting that bicep squeeze in. Couple ways we do the bicep squeeze. First of all, please note, my arm is not in a straight line, as if I'm against the wall. My arm, boom. Get that shoulder stability slightly in front. Okay? Now, let's start with the walk. Holding, that's a good practice right there. 1, 2, 3, right? Switch. 1, 2, 3. Switch. You have carpet, pick up your feet more. If you have these floors, you can kind of slide around. Let's get to the bicep part. Try to remember not to over squeeze the sticks. I say that a lot, right? So in this move, our elbow is about in line with our shoulder, right? It's starting to get a little heavy. So there's 2 ways we can do this. We can squeeze it all the way there. The bicep, right? Switch. Squeeze the bicep. Of course, there's 2 things we're doing, so it takes practice. Here's another way I think we're going to do this month. 1, 2, 3. Try that one. 1, 2, 3. I like that move because it gives us more time to think about this muscle squeeze. All right? Practice that a couple times. Okay. Probably our more difficult position to get into quickly is any kind of lunge where we're going to row and fly. Because the music's moving, right? And we're like, okay, now lunge. And we're not set up. So this one in particular, pay attention, practice a couple times. If you can remember how to get into this position quickly, you can really, really start to execute this well. Okay? All right, so let's walk through it. I'm going to do this move in January. The lunge. You don't have to go far, first of all. And then make sure you're not tight roping your legs. We call it train track distance. It's not exactly right. That gives you stability. Okay? You know where to find your comfort. So practice that. We're lunging, right? I'm keeping my knee sort of over the ankle. The minute you start to think of your knee over your ankle, do you feel that quadricep lock in? So this is really working. Okay. We're going to hold the weights like a hammer as opposed to this way. Now we're going to bend and see that I'm keeping my back in a straight line. I'm going to move for a second forward because often you're going to be in this position. I want you to look at me at the top of your head instead of craning your neck. It's going to be really important. I'm going to move again here. When we do this lunge, don't go far. Just bend over like you're picking something up. Keep that knee in line, right? Your quadricep is engaged. Now just take your elbows, breathe, and retract. Do you feel that in your back muscle? Now you have your quadricep and your back muscle working. Down, pull, down, pull. I can feel it. Good. Okay. We're going to also do a fly in the same position. Okay? Make sure you switch positions and try both legs, right? Why don't I just go ahead and do that for this next one? Okay. So, first of all, come down to where you are. But now, I want you to pick up slightly. We're not as far down. Now, I want you to take your elbows and retract. We're changing this move a little for this position. Let me look at you while we do this. So I'm down for the lever. Now I'm going to pull up for the fly. Keep those elbows bent, bomb, and center. Your quads are still working, right? To keep the knee in line with the ankle. Open. Go back down for the straight line. Pull elbows. Up. We're not going to change that rapidly in class, so you'll feel more stable. Okay? Always round the back to come back up. We do that in class as well. Those are your 3 moves, and I think we're going to do those in Song 1 in January. So practice those 3 times, right? And I think you'll find it's just going to give you that edge in class. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.